Detroit Den 313, Stephen Will. We are back talking that Detroit Lions football. Before we get started, you know what to do. Bang that subscribe button and don't forget that bell icon so you don't miss any of our new content. Steve, breaking news. Tell them what we got, man.
Cam Sutton, he gone. Hey, we don't need women beaters on this team. So obviously something happened. Lions are
Yeah.
going to do their diligence on this research, figure out some more information than what we're going to have. So it happened quick. We're at about a little more than 24 hours, and the news just broke, and he's already off the team. So I'd imagine Brad Holmes got some information somewhere that he at least did something. We just don't know what it was, allegedly.
Yeah. We have tried to be just the type of people that toe the line. While we absolutely think it's what the potential of what could have happened is absolutely disgusting. You never want to just come on and be the judge and jury, but if he's getting released by the Lions, it'd be one thing if he got suspended. I feel like suspended or making him step away from the team would have been like, okay, maybe they're trying to figure this out, but they're not going to have their hands on it while they try to figure it out. Him being released makes me believe that these allegations are potentially true, and if they are, I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah, don't need it, don't respect it, don't condone it, don't support it, whatever you want to say. Here at Detroit Den 313, we we're firm but fair. You touch a woman, you shouldn't be playing football anymore. You hit a woman, you damn sure should be locked up. I will say this: I hope Cam is okay. We still don't know what's going on with him. I think he's still MIA. I think he's still on the run, whatever you want to say, but no one's seen him. I do hope that this doesn't take a turn for the worst. And I'm not trying to go down that road, but I think you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get it, man, and I do agree. People make mistakes, and you should pay the consequences of those mistakes. But if we're talking about a potential somebody not being here anymore, that's not what I'm looking for either. But if you did what they said, or the allegations are seeming like you may have did, Cam, just face the noise and do what you need to do. But yeah, I agree. I hope that he is still walking the earth.
There's something my dad used to always tell me whenever I'd mess up and get in trouble. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. So face the music, turn yourself in, handle business like a man, do whatever, whatever comes of this allegedly if you're guilty, but do whatever you got to do. But we do hope Cam's okay. So from a football standpoint, well, I think we're in a little trouble here on the defensive backfield, mainly at the cornerback position. We have no depth now. You're looking at Carlton Davis being cornerback 1 and Meek Robinson cornerback 2. Who's our third cornerback if we face an injury here? We got to go out and do something, whether it's free agency, Stephon Gilmore, the draft. I kind of did an episode on that this morning talking about that, but I'm not in panic mode, but I'm not in a warm, fuzzy place.
I'm not in panic mode. Excuse me, guys. I think I got a little bug, but excuse my voice. But I'm not in panic mode because, and don't hammer me when I say this, right? Because this isn't somebody that I'm looking to play real minutes, but we do have a Meek who's played meaningful snaps as a starting corner, and we did go sign Carlton Davis, who I'm not worried about one bit, and we still have guys like Will Harris who knows our scheme, right? So at the end of the day, if he had to come in and put a band-aid on something, I would be okay with it. So I'm not in full panic mode because we still have the draft, right? And there's still free agents out there, like we talked about. We talked about Stephon Gilmore, and I believe that Stephen Gilmore showed glimpses of having some abilities, man. So if you're not asking him to be the guy immediately and you're going to let him develop over another season, I'd be okay with seeing him out there another season and seeing what his potential is. So, but I do believe that we're probably about to sign somebody. What do you think?
I know I've not been a huge fan of Stephon Gilmore. I'm not a huge fan of his age, but go out and get him. I'm not panicking. I'm really not panicking, but I just think I don't want to be in the same situation we were in last year where Carlton Davis tweaks something. He has to miss 3 or 4 weeks, and we're kind of scrambling. I don't want to fall in there. I want to shore up some depth. I think Stephon Gilmore puts a Band-Aid on it, carry it over. Hey, we'll kick the can down the road, sign him to a 1 year, 8, 7, 9, somewhere in that vicinity of a salary. But I don't want to just have the same issues we had last year. I want to assign someone, draft someone. I don't know, whatever Brad decides to do. He's obviously on top of this situation. And I'll be honest, this is like the third episode in a row where I've had to mention Cam Sutton. So I'm sure we'll talk about it again later down the road when we get into some more draft stuff. It's inevitable, but he's gone. We need some help. Is that going to be in the draft? I just talked today about, just real quick, Brad Holmes down at Alabama yesterday doing some scouting. He loves those Bama boys. He's down there. There's a couple corners in college down there. But, I'm not sure where they're going to fall in the draft, but that's something to keep an eye on, I think.
I actually talked to Brad. Brad told me he was down there exclusively looking at Chris Braswell and only Chris Braswell. No, I'm just joking, guys. I'm joking. I wish, but Chris Braswell's my guy out that group, man. I'm hoping that's why he was down there, but I'm sure he was evaluating everybody. I seen a lot of people putting in the chat, Kool-Aid McKinstry. I know that we're kind of at battles. Which Bama corner we like. I'm a Kool-Aid guy. You're a Terrion Arnold guy. As far as
I'm either. I like both, honestly.
Yeah, I know you were saying though that Terrion was like if you were. Well, I know it's 1A, 2A, but you were saying that Terrion is kind of your guy, and it's the same for me. But I just think that Kool-Aid is a little bit more explosive, and I think that he was a better of the two. But hey, if either one of them ended up on a team, I wouldn't be exactly complaining unless it was at 29. If we only had one first round selection and we didn't get one of those edge rushers, or we didn't get one of those big time X receivers and we went with one of those two cornerbacks, I may be a little disappointed, but obviously in Brad we trust, I wouldn't have too much of a fit.
Yeah, for me, Terrion Arnold, Kool-Aid McKinstry was the lockdown guy at Alabama. So if you're an opposing team, you got to throw at someone, and they chose to throw at Terrion Arnold, and he just performed very well. Yeah. So that's why I like him so much. Like, Kool-Aid's that damn good, but Terrion Arnold, you got to throw at someone. You got to throw the ball on the football field. It was kind of pick and choose, and most teams chose Terrion Arnold, and he showed up very well. So that's why I'm very high on him. He showed up knowing that, hey, they look at me as a weak link. I'll put that chip on my shoulder. I'm going to go out and show you. But I think cornerback or defensive end in the first round has to be the pick. As much as I'd like that luxury of having a wide receiver, I think that the offense itself, it might not have a lot of receivers after Amon-Ra St. Brown. We have some questions about J-Mo and how much he gets the ball. But after that, I mean, we're talking Josh Reynolds. He's visiting the Ravens today, just came out. So I don't see him going to Baltimore and not getting signed. But I just think we don't have the luxury of drafting a wide receiver when we have other offensive weapons, 2 running backs, one of the young best tight ends in the league. I think we need to shore up some cornerbacks now that Cam Sutton's gone, some defensive ends. I'm pretty good, whatever one Brad decides to do. But the first 3 picks of the draft for the Detroit Lions should probably be in whatever order: cornerback, wide receiver, defensive end. I don't know what the order will be, but I don't know, man. I was really in a high place just the other day, just thinking we have so many luxuries now. There's no glaring needs. Then this stupid ass Cam Sutton wants to go out and allegedly do whatever he did to his girlfriend. So now we're kind of in a different boat. The other day we were sitting real nice. Things have changed. We got to kind of go with the flow and adapt.
I'm still rowing in the same boat, if I'm being honest. We just got to go get somebody. I think that, and I'm not sure if you guys know exactly, right? If you're a person who knows exactly what this means for the salary cap, feel free to put it in the chat. I am speculating. I haven't had an opportunity to dig into it, but if this means that due to a clause in the contract of, misconduct, I'll call it, so to speak, if there's some type of clause in the contract, that would be $11 million that's off the books for this season, because I believe he got 33 million over 3 years, 11 million a year. So what does that mean? Does that mean you can go out and pay Stephon Gilmore a couple more dollars? You know what I'm saying? So do we have a couple more dollars available that we wouldn't have had otherwise? So that's another thing to keep an eye on. But like I said, there's guys out there that we can sign still to fill his place, and I think that Amik is more than capable of playing number 2 corner for this team, and we got safeties for days. I'm not worried at all.
I'm not worried. I like Amik. I like Carlton Davis. If that's the 2 starters for 17 games, we're solid, we're set. But things can happen in the NFL. You roll an ankle, you tweak a hamstring, your thigh's a little sore, something goes on. You never know. I just want to get someone else to take away that anxiety that I have a little bit from that scenario, because that's kind of what we ran into this past year. We were expecting Emmanuel Mosley to get some serious reps. Yep. He comes out, and I think Adonai Mitchell and Xavier Worthy ran 40 times faster than Emmanuel Mosley was on the football field. So we just kind of, CJ Gardner-Johnson got hurt last year. Like our secondary got banged up. I like what we've done. I think we need to add an insurance piece. Stephon Gilmore, Brad, I hope he's been on the phone. I know I've been kind of against it. Things have changed. I have to change my stance on the team based on what's currently going on. We currently do not have a corner that I was expecting to play in 2024. So now I feel like we need one. Stephon Gilmore's the guy. If not, the draft. I don't know. There's options, so I'm not overly worried.
Steve,
William.
I'm looking through, and I don't see Kendall Vildor getting. Is he anywhere? Do we call him? Do we give him a call?
He's somewhere. Yeah, he's somewhere. He's at a hotel, holding doors open for people when they come in to check in.
You're not desperate enough to call him yet.
I think Kendall Vildor is the worst cornerback to ever play in the NFL. It's either him or Teez Tabor. Take your pick.
Hey, listen, there's nobody worse than Teez Tabor.
Well, Kendall Vildor makes a strong case.
No, he doesn't. at least Kendall Vildor was in position to have the ball bounce off his face. Teez Tabor would have been 10 yards behind the dude.
That's true.
Yeah,
valid. So, but I don't know. I mean, give and take. But I don't know. We're gonna have to start digging into some corners in the draft if we don't hear anything within the next couple of days about a Stephon Gilmore signing, because I think that's kind of. I know there's other corners available, or Dory Jackson from the Giants. There's other guys available. It's just Stephon Gilmore with where it sits right now today is just kind of the top dog, is the available free agent. It wasn't a huge cornerback free agent class, but Stephon Gilmore, man, I think we just got to go get him. End of story.
Yeah, write him a check, man.
About the salary cap. Like I said, we're not 100% sure. There's so many. Like you guys look at a contract and it says 3 years, $33 million. This is what you owe him on average. But there's so many fine prints and clauses and league rules. Like, what did he break? Did the Detroit Lions get this money back? We don't know. It's all going to depend. I thought I heard, and I don't want to quote myself or anyone else, so I'm not going to mention who I heard this from, that even if the league, Cam Sutton's released by the Lions, but he's still in the NFL. If the NFL suspends him, I think the Detroit Lions are off the hook for that cap money. I could be wrong. I could be right. I'm not 100% sure. If you actually know, don't just guess, don't just speculate. Leave it in the comments and let us know, because we're both very curious. We don't want to report any bad news if we're not 100% sure about something.
Yeah, and if you have any paperwork, like anything that you find online, go ahead and tag that in it, please.
Yeah. So there it is, guys. We kind of talked about this yesterday. I hinted at it this morning in my episode talking about the Alabama corners. Cam Sutton, he's gone. Honestly, I don't think he'll even be in the NFL again. Something like this. Like, this can kill a career. Ray Rice, look at it. I know Joe Mixon's kind of the exception, Kareem Hunt, but for every 2 guys that are in the NFL for hitting a woman, there's plenty of more that aren't in the league anymore. So I think he's going to get blacklisted. I don't think he's that good of a corner to where this can be overlooked. I think it's going to hang over his head. I think his days in the NFL are done. But leave some stuff in the comments. Let us know how you feel. Again, if you have that information about the salary cap, leave it in there. Tag us on Twitter. I'd like to take a look at it. Hit that like button. If you're new here, stick around, subscribe. We'll be back later with another episode, guys.
Peace.